What's good, y'all? It's your boy Choji. Hope you guys are having a blessed day, a blessed morning, a blessed whatever day you're watching this. But just want to give some little insight into the mind of a hater, even one that doesn't actually hate you anymore. Let's say you did something to piss them off in the past, so now they have a chip on their shoulder, or they have this thing on their head that you did to them. But maybe you guys patch it up, so the chip's gone, or supposed to be gone, or the hate that they have, the manifested negativity they have about you or about your image or energy or whatever you want to call it, is supposed to have dissipated. But what ends up happening is, even though they may not hate you anymore, in terms of going out of their way to be negatively critical, they will still micro focus on any faux pas or any lack, right? So maybe while other individuals will get the bly for making a small little faux pas, not crossing their T or dotting their I, they'll still say, see, same old so-and-so, right? Or they'll be like, usual suspects, or whatever the phraseology will be in that moment, to say, like, come on, bro, like, you're really gonna hold dear to me having to achieve this for you to not, or for you to give me praise, right? Like, so for instance, maybe you get 100 on a test, but they see that you got help, right? Like, they're like, oh, when I took the test, I didn't get help. I didn't have a sheet that I could look off for formulas. I memorized it myself. But they're not hating everybody in the class for that. They're just hating you for that. They're still saying, well, you still haven't achieved it because, right? Versus adhering, that's just the general standard that all the students in that class have cheat sheets or whatever. Whatever the case may be. So where does this example come from? I'm watching a little bit of a review of Akademiks, giving his POV on the new Lil Baby release. I haven't checked the album myself, so I'm probably gonna go check it. But he's saying it's trash, and there's no way the album's trash. He's saying the album's literally sonically not good. No way. It could be a fact. I'm gonna listen to it. Maybe it's actually not good, and they rushed it out for the sake of just getting streams or whatever the case may be. But I doubt Lil Baby, right, the flagship right now for the entire label or entire conglomerate. See, while Thugs in the Bin, Gunna's kind of on the other side, or whatever. I think Gunna's off the label, or I don't even remember. But the whole point is, we know Lil Baby and Ak had their back and forths in the past. Baby dissed him on his last album, so there's a bit of a personal back and forth between them. But Ak wasn't really taking any shots at Lil Baby. He was just saying the music wasn't up to par. He was saying, the label spent mad bread and da-da-da and this, that. But to me, I'm like, the label's supposed to spend mad bread. He's the flagship artist. Why would they not spend mad bread? You know what I'm saying? So to me, that hate. It's not hate anymore, because it's maybe the album's really still not that good. But why come out and say, oh, the album's not good and it's only getting these numbers because the label spent mad bread? Just report, album's not really to my taste, but it's getting a lot of views. There's getting a lot of, like, to dissect it that way is still a form of hate, even if it's an honest dissection, because all artists are getting financially backed by their labels. That's basic common sense. So I think that's kind of, we're getting into this era where people are going to use the reality of how things are done to hate on you. Like, look at him. He has locks in his hair. That's matted hair. Like, who does he think he is to have matted hair? You know what a mat is? We walk on mats. Like, okay, cool, you can hate me for that, but then you gotta hate Bob Marley. You gotta hate a bunch of other people. You gotta hate a bunch of other people for matting their hair. So when you realize folks is hating you for those kind of things, but they not hating folks in their own circle or hating on, just realize, yo, I'm doing the right thing. They're hating because I'm actually achieving at a level that they don't like. They don't want to see me achieve because other folks around them are achieving, and they're not hating on those individuals for using similar techniques or mechanisms or going about life or having an ideology similar to mine or how you move, right? So I think we forgot to let that be the motivation, and we're getting into this age where we're surprised when people are surpassing the hate. Don't be surprised, because a lot of it, even though accurate, is an assessment of the reality of existing in the space. Oh, Lil Baby has his label spending. Well, that means he's a label signed artist. Like, how is, you can never hate on that. Like, he actually achieved something for a label to sign him and back him on his such and such album now. I don't know what number it is, if it's his third, fourth, second, but the label's backing it, and he's getting spins. So, you know, none against Act, because I love his content, but I just wanted to make that observation, because even he is in a sense admitting it as he's saying it, that like, oh, I have nothing against Baby, but his stuff's trash. Yeah, I know we had issues in the past, but that's not what I'm using to gauge it now. Well, I don't know. The fact that you have to kind of keep saying it shows that there's a little bit of guilt within your heart to say, yo, someone's going to call me out on this, so let me create the pretense that I'm not doing this. Even if in his heart he feels he's not, it's still like, it's like the Floyd, what do you call it? Freudian slip or whatever, when you say the wrong word in place of the right word, but the wrong word in a sense shows your true emotions of what you would never have said. Freudian slip, or Freudian slip. So it's almost like that when you're hating on the reality of success, or the reality of attaining a certain process, or a reality of just a situation being the natural causation or the natural succession from a point to another point. But yeah, I'm not gonna go too far. I gotta wrap up this talk and get going on my day. But it's something to remember. Peace.